Hi, this is Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today, book is Mickey Mouse and the Mouseketeers Ghost Town Adventure for 1977. So let's get started. Hi, Mouseketeers, called Mickey Mouse. It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's Let's Go Day, and we are going places in the Magic Key Boat, said one Mouseketeer. Can we visit a ghost town? Asked another. We sure can, said Mickey, and in a twinkling, he and the Mouseketeers were sailing through the sky in the Magic Key Boat. They was looking down at the desert valley and suddenly Mickey swung the great rudder to starboard. An instant later, the key boat was hovering above a dusty tree at the edge of a deserted old town. But was it really deserted? A mouseketeer pointed at a sign beside the street. Someone lives there, he said. Maybe it's a ghost, said Mickey, and he laughed as he climbed down a rope ladder to the street. Then the Mouseketeer heard the music. Someone was in the old hotel in the center of town. That someone was playing a tune on a tinkling piano. The ghost, said the littlest Mouseketeer. Her voice quivered. Don't be scared, said Mickey. If it's a ghost, it must be a nice one. At least it likes music. Mickey hurried down the street. The Mouseketeers followed him, and they peeked into the hotel lobby. There's the ghost, said the littlest Mouseketeer. She pointed to the whisky, grizzly old man who sat at a player piano, pumping away for dear life. Ghost? What ghost? The old man stopped his pumping. He swung around and grinned. I'm no ghost, he said. I live here. My name is Shorty, and I'm the population of one, like it says on the sign. You live here all by yourself? A Mouseketeer asked. Sure do, declared Shorty. I like this town. My daddy was a prospect back in the good old days, and we used to come here for our bacon and beans. That was a long time ago, continued Shorty. Everybody gone now except for me, and I like to think that ghost is my very own town. And because he was proud of his very own town, he took Mickey and the Mouseketeer on a tour of the place. He showed them the jail where the sheriff used to lock up claim jumpers. He showed them the shop where the blacksmith used to shoe horses. He showed them the general store where he and his daddy used to buy their bacon and beans, their flour and salt, and all the equipment they needed for prospecting. He showed them the town hall. It was full of dust and cobwebs and lots of old papers. See this deed, said Shorty. He held up a ragged piece of paper. It says here that somebody once found gold right here in Ghost. Trouble is, part of the deed that shows where they found it, it got torn off somehow. I have been looking all over this town for that gold. I dug around in all the hills. I poked in all the caves. I even shook the dust on Main Street. I can't find it anywhere. Shorty, forget the gold, said a Mouseketeer. Don't stay here by yourself, advised another. It's too spooky, added the littlest Mouseketeer, looking worried. Shucks, it's not spooky, Shorty protested. It's just nice and quiet. Nothing to bother me except for one thing. What that? Said Mickey. Shorty showed them. Behind the hotel there was a little garden patch. Look at that, said Shorty. With nothing in the store, I have got to grow my own food. But have you ever seen just rocky ground? It's hard for an old man to raise anything here that fit to eat. Mickey and the Mouseketeer could have believed that it was a very hard indeed. The carrots in Shorty garden was the lettuce would wilted. The tomato plant showed only hard green little tomatoes. For a moment, Mickey and his young friends was very sad for Shorty, but then Mickey smiled. If we all work together, he told Shorty, we should be able to fix your garden in no time at all. Mickey flew off in the magic key boat to the nearest town that wasn't a ghost town. He was back very soon with seeds and spades and rakes and hoes and a fine long garden hose. Then he and the Mouseketeers set to work on Shorty's garden patch. First, they pulled up all the tires, carrots, and wilted lettuce and miserable tomatoes. Next, they rigged a hose that Shorty could pump water from the town pump to his garden. Then they spaded and dug and raked. They took all the lumps and bumps and rocks out of the garden. My, but there was lots of rocks. There were big ones and small ones, round ones and flat ones, jagged rocks and smooth ones. The Mouseketeer piled them in a great heap near the hotel. When the earth was smooth and ready, they planted new seeds. They planted carrots and turnips, cabbage and lettuce, and beans and peas and lots of corn. Most of the Mouseketeers loved corn. They thought that Shorty would too. Shorty did. He was happy when he saw the plants. Row of corns and where the new seeds were just waiting to come up. And that hose is a great idea, he said. I'll water my garden every day, maybe twice a day. The littlest Mouseketeer had been poking about amongst the rocks from Shorty's garden patch. Suddenly she called out, Mickey, look at this rock, she cried. It's pretty, all sparkly and yellow and shiny. Mickey looked, and the Mouseketeer looked, and old Shorty looked. It's gold, shouted Shorty. The littlest Mouseketeer held up another rock. There was gold in that too. And in the next rock she picked up, and the next and the next. That vein of gold I have been looking for all these years, said Shorty. And you've been trying to grow vegetables in it, laughed Mickey. Shorty, you are rich, cried the Mouseketeer. Rich? Suddenly Shorty looked very much upset. I don't reckon I ever wanted to be rich, he said. I don't reckon I ever wanted to have gold. Most of the fun is in looking for it, and we have already had the fun. Tell you what, you take that gold and give it to the home for old miners. I'll just stay here and water my garden patch. So Mickey and the Mouseketeers loaded the gold aboard the magic key boat and sailed away to the homes for old miners. The folks was reckoning having gold was more fun than looking at it. Then Mickey and the Mouseketeer bought some bacon and beans for Shorty to eat with his vegetables. They bought some new rows for his piano, just in case he was tired of the one he had, and they sailed back to the ghost, then home. Soon, Shorty remained behind happily, watering his garden patch, the best garden patch in those hills, he said, now that all the rocks are gone, and for all we know, he enjoying it still. So that was Mickey Mouse and the Mouseketeers Ghost Town Adventure from 1977. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.